Hi, I'm Anne Lawan Bohannon Stewart. I'm a biological sciences PhD major here at Tennessee State University. I'm here to talk to you on a subject of sort of God science and evolution, particularly in the Christian sense. Okay, we as scientists do not claim that anything in science is 100%. Okay, what we do is we form a hypothesis, we test it as well as we can, um, and then we give a percentage using statistical formulas to show a percentage of probability. Okay, we we never say anything is fact; it's theory. And I want to make that a known thing because um, science has never been the enemy of Christianity or religion or creation. It's science dealing with evolution. I want to talk to you about macro and micro evolution. Um, Science in itself um, is coming up with more and more evidence that is supporting evolution. Now, most Christians, which I'm a Christian, will support microevolution and usually don't believe in macroevolution. And let me give you the difference. Microevolution is the adaptation and change within species, while macroevolution is the addition of new traits or transition to a new species. Okay. Now, I actually believe in evolution. I'm not saying that every step of the way there is a um, I'm not saying that man came from monkey or anything like that. Okay, but as time goes on, more and more evidence comes in that supports macro evolution. And here's like, I want to let you know that I believe in God. I believe in a creator, and I believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ. In my opinion, Jesus Christ was evolution. He was society's evolution. Because before Jesus came into this world, I mean, it was ruled by darkness. I mean, depression, abuse. They lived by the old law of the Old Testament, and it was brutal. I mean, it was just a time whenever there was no forgiveness. If a woman committed adultery, she was stoned. If a man stole, he was killed. I mean, it was just brutal society, a way of living. When Jesus came in, he changed all that. He made society evolve. He taught forgiveness. He changed the world with his teachings, with his belief. You know, that's why I have, believe in Jesus Christ. His teachings were just what transformed society. It made them evolve. Now, I honestly believe with biology, when you're dealing with macro and micro evolution, I'm not saying macro evolution is true. I'm just saying there is a lot of evidence to support it. There are a lot of plants and animals that are on this earth that are changing species that we have watched evolve into other species. I I can name a few. Wolves to dogs are some. There are tetraploids um, and other animals and plants that have hybrid into another species. So it is happening in our plants and animals. I mean, like I said, it's a theory. Macroevolution is a theory, but there is a lot of evidence to support it. And I think as time goes on, we're going to get more evidence to support it. And evolution and the tree of life is going, I mean, we can map DNA now in every species and then look at the DNA mapped and then see which animal has branched off from what animal. And in science, there's never been a question about it. I mean, it's been accepted since the 1970s. I think that Christians fear it because they believe that it's against their belief. And it's not. I mean, at some there are other Christians who believe that it's possible, and this could have been I see science as a study of the way that God did it. It's the way to get the minute details on how God actually did it. At some point in time with animals, God could have said, I wish he could have given divine intervention and breathed soul into a man and then gave them the opportunity, the free will to choose right and wrong, to live the life that's right, and given them rewards for that. Divine intervention is very possible. In in evolution, I I wish that Christians would stop fearing it or seeing it as the devil, or that it goes against what they've been taught. Science is not against any religion. Science doesn't tell you there's not a God. It doesn't tell you that Jesus Christ isn't the Son of God. It only gives you the facts that it studies. It brings in the evidence that it knows. And, and Christians should be using that to support the Bible. They should be finding the links and showing them to people because they're there. They're everywhere in Genesis. You just have to listen, be objective, and Christians may have to evolve. I mean, there was a point in time when we all thought the world was flat. You know, as far as micro and macro evolution is still considered a theory, but more and more evidence is coming in to support it. And there may come a time, and it's very, very obvious in our animals. So there may come a time that we may have to evolve and say, this is the way that God did it. Whenever we come to that realization using science. Because I believe that science and biology is the study of how God did it. And science is never going to tell you there's not a God. It's only going to support how God did it. Okay. Well, most of the time. Science is not always right either. There are numerous times in science wherever something was published and we had to go back and fix it because we found out it was incorrect. So we are constantly in science finding out something new and then going back and contradicting ourselves because we found out we were wrong about something we thought was right. It's not an exact science. It's just the best we know now with the information that we have now. So, have an open mind, read, educate yourself, and believe there is a God, because there is. And God bless you. You take care. I'll see you again sometime. Bye-bye.